Can we call up that coach's photo one more time, if you don't mind here, Mike Hoskins? Because I watched the segment back and was just...
Eberflus's pec game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you know what I'm talking about? Because it's the Bears thing and how I led into it?
We've been together a long time.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, there was... I was just looking... Look at, again, in between Robert Saleh, who I will...
love these.
And is that Shane Steichen?
Steichen, yeah.
Who is definitely
for this one.
not Dak Shepard. I mean,
no.
The fact that he trended when he was hired by the Colts is that Dak Shepard trended. Come on, man.
We saw some pictures.
I missed that
there
day.
were a few that looked
In
like
between
Dak.
the two of them, we're zooming in on it right now.
So
And
good.
Look at those things.
Oh, yeah.
Is
Eberflus.
he throwing three? Is he throwing
Thank you,
300? Like, what's he doing? Every day's chest day at the Eberflus house?
And that's why Salah's like thinking, he had to think when he's showing up at this coach's photo that he is definitely the most fit guy that's going to be in this
Saleh
photograph.
is diesel.
He had to know going in, like, Saleh had to think.
Well, D'Amico Ryans just got done playing, so he's still in really good shape.
That he had to think he was definitely, whoever he was standing next to
Sure.
would by far be in the rearview mirror of fitness compared to him.
Yeah.
And by that, I even say that it's an object closer than they appear.
Sure.
When I say rearview mirror. But Eberflus, I mean,
Like, look at that.
what?
Like,
I mean, is he
diesel.
Is he putting up 25 reps, do you think? Like if he's in a weight room?
Like 225,
Oh,
25?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, he can bench 3 plates, no doubt.
No wonder, you know.
345s?
I think he was benching Mike McDaniel.
No wonder Stefanski's paying him on no mind. Like he's got to feel the heat behind him.
You think he made him bounce like Terry Crews?
Yes,
Yeah, right.
he can definitely make him bounce.
I can make him better.
Benching Mike McDaniel is a great fantasy
I miss
team
when
name.
you guys showed that.
Or what? The latest Christopher Guest film based on the NFL?
Maybe.
Benching Mike McDaniel?
That's a great photo.
How many
I
times
love
do you
those.
think Eberflus could bench Mike McDaniel?
Oh, I would say
Twice.
what's
2
the
or 3 times?
What's the record at the combine?
Yeah.
Like 58 or something?
He ain't benching him.
Honestly,
it's a human being, so the weight's off.
I was
Mike
disappointed.
McDaniel weighs like 160.
I was kind of disappointed that because when we did it the other day, it was within 2 minutes of that photograph being taken and hitting
we went
the
right away.
You know,
It came out, and then bam, instant
and I
reaction.
know that Good Morning Football, Kyle Brandt did it the next day, and some people were responding on the thread like Rich Eisen did it. I mean, they were off the air by the time, so that was the first shot. They had a chance to do it. We did it literally within 60 seconds of it hitting.
Well, we love
And
those.
thank goodness it hit the Twitterverse like 6 minutes before we were off the air. We had a nice bit of runway to
Big Cat's usually
dissect.
all over this. It's
well,
like,
I mean,
it's all
we
good.
love
all
it
do
too.
We all do it.
I
yeah.
don't, why do people love it? It's because
It's amazing.
Why is it?
Okay, I think
What is the allure
I think a few reasons.
of
Andy
this
Reid.
coach's photo?
One, we want to see what they're wearing.
Okay.
There's a
Well,
lot.
hey, this just in. Reed's going to be wearing a Hawaiian shirt and showing off his legs.
And
And he's in the center.
Right.
He's center.
Is Belichick going to be there? Because he normally skips it.
Yep.
Also, just like, what kind of weird vibes are we going to get? Like Dayball with the crazy sunburn?
I don't know. That can't be an accurate photo. Like, that has to be.
No, that strikes me as I'm at the pool or I was golfing, forgot to put sunscreen on,
Look at that.
and your head's now red.
Yeah.
You now look like an apple. Like I've had it happen to me. Sometimes you just forget. You also think maybe, oh, hey, it's cloudy out. I don't need to put sunscreen on. Yes, you do.
I love that. These photos are
Okay.
great.
Well, I mean, we're in the
Yes,
ball
you do.
brotherhood. We're in the ball brotherhood, so
Absolutely.
you definitely know.
Always put the sunscreen on, even when you think you might not need it.
Right.
So there's just we're just looking out for weird stuff, Who, like you said, who's giving shoulder, like who's looking like they're going out to the club in Vegas, Sean
Right.
McVay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
like they had a
where
long
they're
night the night
located,
before.
The location of where
Yes.
of where they
yeah,
are.
where
right?
people are standing next
Yes.
to.
Now, let me ask this question: Do you think that they do place whoever gets front and center?
Super Bowl champion.
Do you think it is the Super Bowl champion?
No.
Because hold on a minute, is it because Andy Reid when did we win as man spread centerpiece, which was our championship fantasy team name?
That year?
It was, I don't know. I mean, when did we win is that because the reason why we called it that is because Andy Reid was front and center. And then
2019,
I don't know if he got a note or not, because in this photograph, his legs are much closer together than the year where he was just like, I'm sitting here and I am a man spread centerpiece. He's a little bit more tightly wound. But Belichick and him next to each other, they are the leaders in terms of all-time wins.
Yeah.
Right, active, but Belichick would be in the center if that's the way it
also,
was.
I'm
And then
sure
John Harbaugh's won a ton of games. And look at Carroll,
exactly.
Pete Carroll's right there.
Yeah.
And then you got the two. By the way, that's Sean on Sean shoulder violence right there, where Peyton's like, I got shoulder on McVay, which I got to tell Sean, you got to be more aggressive when you're sitting down. But see, we're back at dissecting this photograph again.
Yeah,
we're down a wormhole because it's so I don't know. I don't get.
And then Mike McCarthy on the end, just like, I'm here.
Pete Carroll got shoulder on both. So
No, of course, Pete's
Pete knows how to do it.
Because
I love Pete.
Pete only knows one speed, and it's Pete Carroll speed. So is that why we're all into it?
It's just really fascinating. These guys are, big personalities. They're all kind of different and weird and quirky in their own unique way. And so we just kind of want to see it, how it plays out. And when are they all together?
Yeah, this is the only time you're
one
going to get
time.
this chance.
This is it.
Also, I saw Nick Sirianni speaking yesterday. Why wasn't he in the photo?
I don't know. Where were they?
Yeah. What happened?
Where was Sirianni?
Great questions.
I went back and I'm looking at the man spread centerpiece picture. That's from 19. Chiefs didn't win. Reed is in the middle, so maybe the Super Bowl champ
he
coach
gets it.
doesn't.
I don't know.
gets a center.
I don't know how they figure it out. One last look at it. Two things. Arthur Smith, he is on Friday's show. Cannot wait to ask him, what are you thinking as they say cheese? Because you look miserable. It could be it was really bright out. He's one of the few that doesn't have sunglasses on. He's standing there, but he's very tall, by the way.
He is very tall.
He'd be one of those guys taller than you think.
Absolutely.
Right? So
Because I would expect Dan Campbell to be tall. He played tight end in the NFL.
he's like almost on at the same height. Like if this was the usual suspects, they'd have the same height.
Yeah.
And so he just looks miserable. Like, what are you thinking there? And then the last one, again, just to bring it all full circle, I mean, Robert Saleh's known for all gas, no brakes, right? He's standing next to all Eberflus, no brakes.
Every day's chest day.
Every day is chest day in Chicago.
It's like, bam.
Man, and
First
Campbell
question
is
that
still
you-
the widest guy in that picture, though.
Who is?
Dan Campbell's still like the widest guy in
Huge.
that
Dan
picture.
Campbell's enormous.
Yeah, he's big.
did he take up 2 coaches' spots just standing there?
Maybe that's why
Is that why they're all so
Sirianni
damn tight?
Why they're all
Maybe that's
tight.
why, Frank Reich didn't
sit-
show up.
And that's why they stood him up, because they're not sitting him down in a chair.
He'd be man spreading all over the place.
Oh, my God.
Day 2.
Look at that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's as wide as both Belichick and Reed together.
Then again, Todd Bowles is looking a little swole
I was
right
going to
there,
say,
too.
Todd
so-
Bowles is looking like.
All right,
This is
guys,
great.
we're going back in
Tom
here.
Bowles
I missed
Tom Bowles
it.
literally looks like Danny Glover. Like, I'm too old for this. He's doing this photo.
Too old for this.
All right, I can't believe we got another segment out of this. But I just watched that segment back the other day when we first seeing live TV stream on Roku, looking at this thing, and I thought, damn, how did I not notice Eberflus's pecs?
Well,
By the way, is that?
Eberflus. That's a name.
Notice
I don't know, is that too
Eberflus's pecs. Rich, the thing is, most of these other shows, they got a whole night with the picture.
Yeah,
so
they
they get a
did.
chance to
Oh,
sit
yeah,
there and write
that's
their
true.
stuff. And
We're first blush.
Yeah.
You saw that picture 8 seconds before it popped up on the screen.
We're live, local, and late breaking. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.